Hey folks, welcome back to Game Geeks. I'm your host Kurt Wiegel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Genesys role-playing system. It's not a core book, it's not a game, it's a system. Now you know this is going to be cool because they spell Genesys with a Y. That's how you know it's edgy and fun. All smartassness aside, this is a game from Fantasy Flight Games that is essentially the core rules they used in their new Star Wars games, of the new set of Star Wars lines that they have. I reviewed those some time ago. You can go back and take a look, and my main problem with it still stands. I do not like games where I have to buy kitschy dice. Now, my wife likes to tease me about that because she says, how many 20-sided dice do you keep in your basement? Shut up. Anyway, you do need the dice for this, and it's an additional $15 outlay you have to have. But one set is generally all you're going to need. There's also an app you can purchase for either iOS or for Android that will do it all for you. It's not bad. I have both, to be honest. I use the app when I have to, it rolls regular dice too, and when I have to roll 8d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shake. 48! So it's kind of worth it with the app, and the dice really aren't that bad. The main thing that sets this apart is this is not a math-heavy system. Actually, it's not math at all. You gain a pool of dice based on attribute and skill, where the foundation gives you the green dice, and then the next layer up converts the green into yellow. There are symbols on them that mean different things. Some symbols mean successes, some mean failures, some are setbacks, some are boosts. And then you have the ones that everyone wants, which are the, oh my God, it's such a success, it's a triumph, really activate cool stuff. And then there's the exact opposite, which is a despair. That wasn't a dab, that was me trying to be the gory woman hanging over the side of the gravestone from Mystery. Remember? If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch old TV shows, folks. This is a genre-less game. Very intentionally so, because it is the essential core rules. There are sort of classes in this game, which is really just a modification of who you are, that give you modifications to your characteristics. Then there are occupations that modify your skills. Things start fairly low. Attributes themselves actually do not rise after character generation unless you buy a very specific talent. One of the things that has changed from Star Wars into this is your talents are no longer formed into a tree that you have to follow the branches down to get to where you want to go. Now the talents exist more in the form of a pyramid a la Fudge or Fate, which means it's less easy to hyper-focus your character in one area. You have to spread your talents out a little bit more. Now, one of the more intriguing choices they made in this game, in my opinion, was Fantasy Flight is using some of their own properties for the sample genres and setting books that they're coming out with. For example, for the fantasy setting, they're using Runebound, which is a bunch of games that they've published in the past. And they've converted the Runebound universe into using this engine into a role-playing book. As of the time of this filming, Runebound itself is available as a book. I just don't have it yet. They also give you examples for steampunk, weird war, modern day, science fiction, and space opera. The space opera using their Twilight Imperium games, which honestly is the one that I'm looking forward to the most, which means it's probably going to be the one that is produced last. With each one of the genres, it gives you ideas about how to modify things. So here's how you make an elf, or here's how you use the core generation system to make a biodroid. When it does come to spells, whatever you want to call them, minor superpowers, spells, psychic powers, gifts from God, etc., it uses what feels like an almost build your own spell system where you have to buy certain talents, have a unique skill dedicated to it, but each individual effect that you're going for, you generate on the fly as you do it. I personally am a very big fan of systems like this. Less the magic missile is magic missile is magic missile, more of I can twist it and contort it to do what I want it to do. Do you need this game? I like it a lot. I do, honestly. I don't have enough players yet who have the Genesys dice system, so I'm kind of holding off on it. I feel bad, like saying, hey, we're going to play this. Spend $15 and get this unique dice set that you're never going to use any other time in your life. And then 3 weeks later, my ADHD kicks in and la, 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 ooh, D&D again. So I like to be able to commit to things. When I have my players buy things, I like to be able to commit to them for their sake. This is a very nice generic rule system, to be quite honest with you. I think it works well. I think it's very intuitive because it's like, ooh, this symbol cancels that symbol and that happens over there. And what do these three things mean? I think it's very intuitive that way, and it might be a better way to bring non-gamers into the hobby than, say, Fate. Because in Fate, you still have people who have to do the math. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the math consists of running up and down that ladder, and if you can't do that, really? This is a really good introduction into the hobby itself. As a final note, folks, we want to thank you for watching. Please check out our new updated website because Rob put a heck of a lot of work into that and it looks really, really, really slick. Also, if you are so moved after any of these reviews that you absolutely positively must own that product now or your world is going to come to a screeching halt, there are links on there to purchase them off of Amazon. If you choose to do that, then some of the money gets kicked back to us as Game Geeks, not as Rob and Kurt's beer money, but as Game Geeks so we can invest in games you want to see in the future, possibly better equipment for the show, maybe an attractive co-host that you want to see pointing out games every once in a while because, let's face it, after this long, you got to be sick of this. Either way, check out our new updated website, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel, and share us on Facebook because we need to spread the gospel of this show far and wide. For Game Geeks, I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Good day and good gaming.